Technically, this shoe has many features that I'm not supposed to like based on my past experience with many shoes I reviewed. Yet, I like these features on this specific shoe, the Mizuno Neo Vista, and I would like to explain you why. Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video we have the review of the Mizuno Neo Vista. This shoe is basically Mizuno's maximalist daily trainer, maximalist do-it-all type of shoe. It can even be seen as an up-tempo shoe, yet I don't think it really is. I mean, I'm confused about the purposes of this shoe. One thing I know is that I actually quite enjoy it, and I will try to explain you why in this review, and maybe some of you will actually be interested in trying it out in the future, because I believe it will work for quite some runners, especially if you had some tastes in the past that I will explain here in a second. Looking at the specs, we have 44.5 millimeters of stack height in the heel, 36.5 in the forefoot for that 8 millimeters drop. My size is coming at 280 grams, 282 if I'm specific. This puts this shoe basically around the average for daily trainers, a bit heavy for up-tempo shoes, and definitely very heavy for race day shoes, but this is not a race day shoe by any means. If you consider this as a recovery/easy shoe, then it's actually on the lighter side of things, which is quite nice. I mentioned many things are surprising me with this shoe, and one of them is the upper. This is a knit upper, meaning that you have that, sock-like, booty-like type of upper, one piece, wrapping your foot. And if you are a follower of the channel, if you watch the videos for quite some time, you know that I really don't like this type of uppers, because most of the time either I get some lacing pressure or I simply don't get a good fit, because a good lockdown at least cannot be achieved with that type of upper, or at least in the past it was the case with many shoes. This is proving me wrong in pretty much every direction. I don't have any lacing pressure, and that's thanks to, first, I think a good material, but also thanks to that small addition here on top of the tongue. It's really preventing from having any lacing pressure, and it works really well in that regard. The lockdown is really good, and again, I'm surprising myself saying it, because I'm looking at this upper. When I took the shoe out of the box for the first time, I thought, okay, here we go again, a neat upper, bad lockdown all the way. And here, no, it's not the case. It's just good lockdown in the midfoot, in the heel. The heel cup is really superb. It goes quite high, so if you don't like having something playing around your Achilles, this may not be the right fit for you, but other than that, it just locks my foot down really, really well, and I am enjoying this upper. I am, again, surprising myself here. If you had troubles in the past with booty-like, sock-like uppers like me, and if in general you are trying to avoid them for more traditional upper constructions, give this a try and let me know. Maybe it's just me changing my taste, or it's a good upper. And I think it's more of a good upper, because I'm not really changing my tastes in general when it comes to sock-like uppers. Coming to the midsole, another area of surprise to me, we have a rather soft foam, and when I say rather, it's actually quite soft, or even very soft. The more I think of it, the more I rate it as one of the softest rides I have experienced. It's Mizuno NZ, not energy, remember there's a Z in there. Next, a foam compound. It's a TPE-based midsole. It provides you with a lot of cushion, a lot of softness, a lot of that plush, mushy feeling, but not in a bad way, and that's where, again, I'm surprising myself. This is very similar to something like the New Balance Rebel V2 back to 2021, 2022. It has that same type of pillow sensation under your foot with some responsiveness, not a plush ride, not an energy draining type of ride. This is definitely a ride that just is pleasing your feet, is pleasing your lower legs, and at the same time gives a bit of energy back. We are linking it directly to the other component, another key component of that midsole construction, and that's this plate here. It's a PBA plate made of basically PBA, but like the hard form of PBA, not the foamy PBA, if that makes sense. And it's actually providing with a lot of support, a lot of propulsion effect, forward propulsion effects, and compensating the softness of that midsole. Remember, many of the very soft shoes I did not like in the past, New Balance Rebel V2, Nike Strixfly, and more, didn't have any sort of stiffening element in the midsole. This shoe has one, and it's that full-length plate, really helping to counterbalance the softness of the midsole. It also has another feature that we've seen in the past on some other shoes, like the New Balance SC Trainer V1, V2, and that's the huge midsole void, allowing the foam to compress a bit more, to use a bit more volume for that compression phase, and also providing with a guiding line for the stability. We will discuss stability now. It's not the most stable shoe I have tried, but for the level of softness, I was expecting something much worse in terms of stability. It's actually doing okay, first because your foot is well held by that upper, and second, again, because of that plate and because of that guiding line from heel to toe that is basically taking your foot strike in a, let's say, natural way from heel to toe with that natural guidance, created by the huge midsole void. Let's quickly discuss the ride of the shoe, and this is something that again surprised me. I was expecting something a bit mushy, a bit energy draining. It's not the opposite, because it is taking a bit of energy away from you because of that soft foam, but it's also giving quite a bit back. I did some easy running in this shoe. I enjoyed it for easy running. I did some much faster running. I actually did one of my CP tests. I'm using a Stride pod, that energy power providing device that you put on your shoe. And that device needs to be calibrated once in a while with a CP test, trying to figure out your fitness level, and that's something the device, or you need to understand how the device works and to create new training plans, new sessions. So I did one of these CP tests with this shoe, which again surprised me because I didn't really plan to do it on that day with this shoe, but I went for it and it worked super well. I got a super good result out of the test. So, you know, it's showing a good fitness from my side, that's one thing, but it's also showing that this shoe can handle much faster paces than I expected it to. Outsole, that's probably where the shoe could be improved. It's not the grippiest outsole ever, especially here in the forefoot. On some wet asphalt or wet tarmac, I was getting a bit of slippage here in the forefoot of the shoe. Nothing dramatic, the coverage is actually quite good, and I think the durability of the shoe will be good as well. I don't see any wear and tear after more than 50 kilometers in the shoe. So good job, Mizuno. Looking at recommendations and who of you out there may be interested in this shoe. It's a premium shoe, a premium do-it-all type of shoe, geared towards, I would say, more advanced runners that are looking for that high-end training companion in the rotation, looking for a very smooth ride, a very natural, pleasant type of ride, a ride that allows you to disconnect your brain and just have fun in a shoe. This is it. Because it can do many things, it is really that all-rounder. You can, pack in your suitcase if you're going away for a weekend, for a week of holidays. I will do that myself in the near future, and that's a shoe I could take along as the only shoe I take. So yeah, this is it. Keywords: smooth, surprising, good job Mizuno, a very interesting shoe, and one that I will keep in my rotation, I will keep using, because it's just providing me fun and joy to run in. Thanks a lot for watching. Let's link to the review of the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits. I'll see you in the next one.